I want to talk about expectations, and in particular the expectations that other people have of you, and how we are very much conditioned from an early age on to meet other people's expectation. And I think the more we advance in life, the more those expectations really hold you back from achieving the things you want, or living the life that you want, or building up your dream life, basically. And so as soon as we go into kindergarten, we've got teachers that expect us to do things at certain times, to eat at certain times, to do little assignments, and this just keeps on going all over your school career. Then you've got your parents and your family members that expect stuff from you, to be at certain gatherings, or be at certain events or dinners or whatever, doing chores in the house. And when we don't do these things, we don't get validated from other people. And I think this conditions us to always seek that validation, to always keep seeking that validation within your relationship and meeting other people's expectations. And I think it's important to think about this a bit more and a bit differently, and to start looking that, okay, what are the things that other people in my life expect from me, and how is it holding me back, and how much time do I actually lose in trying to meet these expectations, and what are we both getting out of it? Is this a healthy thing that we should be engaged in, basically? So I think it's good to take a step back in your life and write or think or whatever, talk about, okay, what are other people expecting of me? And how many things in my life am I doing that are not for myself, or not contributing to my growth or to my ideas or to my projects? And see if there's little changes you can start making in managing these other people's expectations. And when you really start taking into account the amount of time and the amount of energy that you are putting into just pleasing other people, it's huge. It's huge, and it's just taking away from the time to work on yourself and on your dreams or in your business. And that's why I'm making this video. It's a reminder for myself to look back at this sometimes and realize, okay, have I let other people expect more stuff from me, or am I still in a good spot right now? And the more that I talk to people about this, the more they also start realizing, like, listen, yes, my family expects this from me, and my family expects me to be at this gathering, and my friends expect me to come partying, my coworkers expect me to do this, my boss expects me to do this. And when you add all those things up, you start seeing, like, holy shit, a big chunk of my life is being directed by other people and what they expect of me. So let's start managing these expectations. Set clearer boundaries for those people. Listen, I've got my alone time, I'm working on this, next week I'm not going to join you for this and this. And people do respect you for this. Maybe at first they start looking at you a bit weird, like, why are you doing things differently? That's always scary for people. But over some time they start realizing, hey, listen, he's taking that extra time, or she's taking that extra time to work on himself and improve. And when you free up all that time, you get so much more room for thinking, for writing, for building, for taking care of yourself, of your health. And actually, behind all of this, behind managing these expectations, is better relationship with the people around you. Because you've set those boundaries, they feel like they can set those boundaries, and it becomes a more healthy relationship, in my opinion. And this is, again, just one positive change you can make in your life, and have to keep making in your life, to make it a bit easier, to free up more time up here and for whatever you want to do. And you'll find more peace in that freedom and managing those expectations. I think that's the message here for today. So for myself, I want to remind myself to take that step back sometimes, really view my life from a bird's eye view, basically, and seeing, okay, what are people expecting of me? And are those things that are beneficial for me? Am I growing, or am I just wasting time on these things? And when that's the case, let's be honest with ourselves, and let's be honest with the people around us, that, hey, listen, what we're doing here, we're wasting time, this is not productive for any of us, and let's do it differently. So that's the invitation. Let's look at it a bit differently. Let's look at our life. What are people expecting from us? Is it holding us back, or is it doing something positive? And yeah, set those boundaries with the people around you. This is important. So you got this.